Mwah.
Hey guys, so today we are going to be meeting with Alem and we're gonna do a carpool Q&A. Yeah, so we're gonna be driving around the city and answering those questions that you guys asked us. So this is a collaboration with Alem Garcia. If you don't know her yet, she sang I'm not gonna say she sang Eat, Unwind, Travel. It's on Spotify. So she is a performing artist. It's really gloomy and it's raining today, but I hope it's gonna be fun. So we're gonna be talking about anything under the sun, really. Alright, so I am on my way to pick her up. So right now she is in Ayala. That's where we agreed to meet up. That's where I agreed to pick her up. So I'm near the area now. In a while, we are gonna be meeting Alem. Okay. Alright, there she is. I see her. Hi. Sige.
Uy, kagwapo ni mo kayo. Kagwapo.
Ikaw, gwapo. Sige.
Hi! Hello. Mwah. Hi,
Nag-video na
kamusta?
kadaan na.
Nag-video na kadaan.
Oo, para magkita.
Sige go. Sige go. Kalma sa ta and then ing nako if go nagyo.
Oo, sure.
Wala ka nagdali the whole afternoon?
Wala rin. Yeah, so kuhan ako.
Medical profession kay, di ba?
Ay,
kailangan siya ko magkuhan. Huwag yung mga sakyanan sa mga kay bawa na ko lang nga sound.
Yeah.
Kanang any ragi.
Hi guys. Hi guys, my name hi guys, it's Vincent here, and today we already have Alem, as you can see. And
hello.
Yeah, para dili mo ma-awkwardan, mag-Bisaya sad ko.
Bisaya, diba? Bisaya and English.
Yeah.
By the way guys, my name is Alem Garcia and I'm very excited to be here with Van today. As a matter of fact, this is our first collab ever and I'm really happy to do this, especially na Pride Month.
Yes.
In this season. This season good.
So today we are going to be answering the questions that you guys asked us on our socials. Yeah, Alem's gonna be reading them since I'm
okay. Diba? First question is share your coming out story. Sige, let's start with you.
So I didn't really come out one time because I have 7 siblings. I'm the 8th one, and so yeah, I'm the youngest. So I couldn't just gather them all in one room and tell them that, oh, I'm trans, like that. So
okay.
Yeah, the very first person I came out to was my mom. She didn't really take it well, but at that time I was already okay with whatever her reaction is or whatever her reaction was. My whole point of telling her was to tell her that I'm trans and these are my plans. I plan to medically transition and all that, regardless of what she's going to say. So yeah, she didn't take it well, but after a few weeks or months, it didn't mean na she nakanawa na siya nitagad na ko or whatever.
Okay.
Pero after that, eventually I told my friends. The first person I came out to sa akong friends was Bea.
Wow!
Yeah, si Bea.
Si Bea na lang, sige na siya. Bitaw, sorry to cut you off, no? Pero like,
sure.
You always knew na you really identify yourself as a man at the very beginning of your life.
As early as 4 to 5 years old, I've already seen myself as a boy.
Okay.
But I didn't have the language to say, oh, I'm trans. Because
we did not know the concept of soji during that time.
Yeah, so
okay, on my end side also, because like, sige, before I will tell you guys, kanang daghang mga daghang people in the LGBTQIA plus community nga murag kapila daw ang series of coming out, ang discover sa ilang self, because ang concept sa soji dili pa siya introduced sa ato at a very young age. But on your end, because daghang mga chika sa mga people nga kanang feeling lang daw siya kanin babat kanang, can you take us back to the moment nga you really want nga kanang lalaki gid ka?
It wasn't like one moment man good. It was a series of events na every time they asked me to wear spaghetti or mga very girly things. And as the youngest, my sisters, I have 4 sisters. They were really fond of dressing me up and then go to shoot makeup on, I was I think I was 4 years old at the time. I even still have the photos. Kana, make-upan ko and then i-dress up ko mga dress, whatever, and then ipabuhat ko mga pose. And then I remember feeling very, very uncomfortable about it. I had this one aunt who took me to the mall and then told me na pili og bisan unsa nga clothes inana. So mo to akong gipili jud was kanang terno siya nga. I remember jud ko ani kay mo jud akong balik-balikon og sulod. Kay mo ra to akong only boy clothes.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
kanang
So gipalit ra pud niya.
Oh, palit ra pud siya and then kanang kay ko ato niyang aunt kay kana man.
Dad
Tagal
mara
mo ko niyang
siya,
freedom.
kuunsa siya.
Yeah.
Dad makuunsa lagi mong gusto ito.
Yeah, anyway, mo na siya. I didn't come out to naabot na to dere.
Yeah. Ako natawag ka, Maria Luis. Konyukit intersection. Uy, pero grabe, no? I know, dili gid siya easy, especially nga katong chika ka nga, ang pressure ba no niya, especially growing up in a family nga.
Yeah.
Ang concept yun.
I think high school siguro inana I heard about what transgender was. Yeah, but
as early as that.
But it was grabe pa kayo ang stigma pa. I was in denial na no di na people and kuanto siya internalized oppression na I denied it na dili ko inana. So but then eventually when I got older and then my body started going through puberty, I was getting more and more uncomfortable with my body. Adto na ko nagsugod og start na ug question ng anong uncomfortable mo kay ko sa body, and I really don't see myself growing old as a woman. Inana gani. I don't want to grow old in a woman's body because that's not me. But eventually when I started researching na, and then I came across soji, the terms. I was maybe 16, 17 years old.
Grabe, no? Like, laylay magandang cycle sa life. No, ako
Yeah.
pala, I encountered soji when I was already in 4th year college.
Oh, moto nakain ko nga. Wow, I was trans all this time. When I finally found the definition of what being trans meant, the definition of soji.
Grabe, no? 18 pag yun.
Yeah, 18 pa siya.
Kaya symbolic yun siya 18.
Oh, ako dyan remember ang kuan then anang
So,
yeah.
nice, no? Debut siya sa ibuhag
Debut.
yun. Debut yun siya in a sense, mga
Mura siya.
18 awakening.
Yeah,
That's when you identify yourself as a man. Ako sad, no? Okay na ka.
Okay na,
Sige,
okay na. Yeah, that's my coming out story.
Katong ingon ko nimo nga kananay mga people nga wala na introduce sa soji because ako I underwent 3 phases of my gender.
Oh,
So 'di ba?
yeah, I remember.
Before man good kay duha ra man good na kanang basta tumboy bayot mo ra gid na, di ba? Mo ra gid na siya
One.
chika. And then
girl boy,
girl boy, bakla tomboy, ana ra gid siya.
Yeah.
Murag dili na nimo i-expahan basta mauna na siya. Basta lalaki ka pagkaanak, nya magbinabay ka, bayot ka. Kung babae ka gipanganak nya maglinaki ka, tumboy ka, wala na in between and all, mauna na siya. So ako growing up, akong pagtanaw sa akong self, bayot na gid siguro ko, pero kanasan mga kanang internal oppression sa to katay mag chika no nga in denial ko nga loy kananya murag napatay concept before nga okay ra siguro napaditoy bayot ko, and then deny ko nga bayot ko, and then nabayot jud ko, and then mariana ko sa akong self nga okay ra bayot basta dili lang magbinabay.
Yeah.
Na yung mga inana nga mga
Yeah.
moments, no? So mariana ko nga ako sad ka na nag-internal oppression sa kung luig, never should ko mag-cross-dress
yeah.
nga chika, no nga.
Oo, yeah.
Kay luig kaluod kanang inana nga baka sa sala, especially nga kanang Catholic pagyud nga eskwelahan. So inana bitaw nga mga concept, and then ang sad ang chika sa family nga basta kanang inana ba marag liso jud siya until such time nga na-introduce ko sa soji. That's when I understood things. So ato nga time pregnant ko nga, di man siguro ko babae, dili sad ko lalaki. So that's when I identified myself as a genderqueer. Until such time, nakoy reflection sa akong self nga, masa man, kanang, am I just holding back? Or am I just part ba ni siya sa internal oppression na ko, nga na-identify na ko ginani nga face? But don't get me wrong, for a time, nga na siya ko nga, di man siguro ko ganahan nga lalaki or babae ko. Ani lang ko, ana. Pero until such time, nga ni ana ko nga kanang, oh my gosh, ano bitong nag-hold back lang ko because maybe kana internal oppression, but until such time, it was only in 2019 when I really discovered and when I really embraced my femininity. That's when I really identified myself as a woman. It was a series. I'm a living testament that your gender it's an ongoing process. It's not stagnant, it's dynamic.
Yeah.
Some people nga ingon ana mo na sila nga sure na jud sila pagkabata like you. Sure na jud ka pagkabata. It's just that you have to ano lang gid siguro like the political correctness of things, kung unsa jud ana. there are people who ayun ani sila karon, and then the next day ayun ani, and then there are situations where they were placed in nga naka-realize sila nga hala ingon ana di ay ako ingon ana ako, so kana dili gid na siya it can be a phase, it can be a lifelong journey, it's a process gid siya, no. Sa akong parents at the very beginning lisod na sila kasabton, no, because di sa nimo ma-blame ang ilahasang upbringing, ang ilahasang circles, ang ilahang kind sa ilahang work and all that, pero I'm really grateful sad to myself first and foremost because I fought for what I believed in. I fought for something na dili dapat dako ikauwaw because wala mo ko'y yatak-yatakan nga tao, wala ko inaapakang tao. Same thing goes to you and to all the people, our brothers and sisters nga ni come out.
Yeah,
so
and
mo to siya.
if you're not out yet, sad, okay, there's no rush.
Yes.
Diba? Like Alem said na it's a lifelong journey.
It's a process.
Yeah,
Ana
you
yun siya.
can also go through different phases, so or a series of events. If you're questioning pa, just give yourself some time. Yeah.
True. Nya wrong sad na mo ana mo pressure to nga uy bakuan man kay na siya, uy bayit na siya, uy lugo na lang dai, uy dili kita ang magbuot.
Lain-lain jud na.
Lahi yun. Dili kita pagkuan ana, let them be, let them discover. Ana lang yun. Okay, so mo to siya sa ato ang question number 1. Atong question number 2, I think this goes for you gid, no? What kind of top surgery did you get?
Okay. Simple answer lang. I got peri-areolar. That's a procedure na the incision is around the areola of your nipple. So that's what I got.
Okay, let this be an educational discussion to each and everyone that regardless if magpa-surgery ka or dili, if you identify yourself as a man or as a woman, babae ka or lalaki gihapon ka. Naalagid siguro yung mga people, no, nga ang ilahang fulfillment yun, kiganahan yun silang physical change.
Yeah.
Diba? So,
Yes.
but that doesn't make you a better man, that doesn't make you a better woman.
Yeah. Or any less of a man or any less of a woman.
Of a woman,
Yes.
diba? So,
So,
nandiyan yung personal fulfillment. If that what makes you happy, then go. Then so
Yes.
be it. Pero there are people nga, like say for example, ako as of the moment, I'm none of. But that doesn't make me less of a woman because ako, I believe, if I identify myself as a woman, babae ko, regardless if unsay pagtanaw sa tao na ako, kay ako man gid no, murag na ako sa stage sa akong life nga, sige, kung di na ako ipalandakan sa inyo nga, babae ko, basta give me respect, I'll treat you with respect, ana lang bitaw, dili na gid na ako ikuan, kay fulfilled ko o aware ko sa ko ang kaugalingon nga. I'm really comfortable.
Yeah, and you don't need their validation.
Di na need ang validation. My gosh. Diba? So, muna siya, unsa may message nimo sa mga trans men out there nga ma-troubled gihapon sa ingon ana nga concept?
Just in general, you can be trans with or without hormones or surgery. Hormones or surgery are not requirements because being trans is an identity.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with your physical looks.
True. And your genitalia has nothing to do with your gender.
Yes,
Yun.
exactly.
Ana na siya. Anyway, no, kay daghan magudyo kay nagtuo pa nga matawag ra kang transgender if nagpa SRS ka or sexual reassignment surgery ka or if nagpa top surgery ka, ara ra ka matawag or like ara ra ka deserving tawagon or like pills ka and naglaklak kag pills and all that.
Yes,
Ana
true.
bitaw. So it creates a tension within the community and a misconception and ignorance, no? Kanay na ba? Mo na siya. O, diba? Number 3, as an LGBTQIA++ individual, growing up, what was the toughest challenge you had to face and how did you overcome it? Ikaw?
I can't say na it's the toughest one, but it's one of the toughest ones because I have several, but the thing that comes to mind lang, it was really my graduation in college. Yeah, because
Okay.
I was told that I needed to wear a dress and I needed to wear heels underneath my toga, and I'm like having this beard and having this voice looking like this, and I would have to wear all those. Yeah, it was just insane. It was wild. So yeah.
So how did you ano?
So I asked about the anti-discrimination ordinance and it was covered. Yeah, but then during graduation, I asked several people also who graduated from my school. In my school, yeah, they some of them said na actually wala na jud mo check on the day inana ba, and then so I took the risk, and also if ever they would just pick me and drag me out of the then I will show them the ordinance. But then I went to my graduation ceremony, whatever that one, and wearing my polo and tie and with closed shoes, and everything went smoothly. It didn't stop me, and it was just when I got my diploma lang, and then the one who handing me the diploma was when they looked at the name, ipa-recheck nila kay murag abin lag sayo pa. Moto siya i-recheck ang name niya, ako namang gidawat. So moto murag na himbong wala pod siguro siya kakuan na gidawat naman, pero kadungog jud ko nga ni ana siya sa likod na i-double check ang mga pangana. Ana niya. Wala ra ka rin. Nagkatawa ako kay bala naman din. Basta mag-graduate ako. Ana siya.
Okay, ako sa di ko kasabot ba nga. Kasi may scientific explanation. Sabi itong kailangan yun nga magbinabay ka nga. Lalaki mo kanya, what does have to do with your profession, with your excellence, with academic excellence, with the way you treat your patients. Kanina na ba, marag, sa man ganang gaytag scientific explanation, ana ko di ka present ay kong pungi. And then, it was very advanced of you, no? And kanang madasigon jud ka ba nga, kuan jud ka sa ordinance. And that's the very reason why it's so important to pass ordinances that really protect and advance the rights of the LGBTQI+ community, because instances like that happen, you know, kanang dili gyud. So kailangan naagi ikapakita nga to ang mga LGBTQI+ brothers and sisters nga o natay balaod ha nga nag-protect nato and all that. Paso G-Bell gidapat. Okay.
So may
ako unsa man na?
Can you recall?
Unsa man ako ang toughest nga? Ako magud ang type of person nga ako bitong gusto kay i-normalize nako ang butang-butang nga kana bitong like I don't really have to go to a room or like to present myself and say like, hi, I'm a transgender woman, hi, because you know, the whole point for me of Pride is not really to make us unique or to grant us special rights. It's to normalize things. That's it. To normalize our existence, that we coexist with people nga deemed normal sa ato ang society. Kay gidim man tagala abnormal ta. Kanang hala murag nagpasiog na tagala ay unsa man yung LGBT daghana ba ninyong mga letter diha. Dai ana ba, so ako I want to present myself in a room and be measured by the output and the quality of work that I put to the table, and not because I'm trans or because like I'm part of the LGBTQIA+ community. I trans man siya because like say for example if cis man ka, you don't say like hi I'm a male butantag lawyer or hi I'm a male doctor. You don't do that. Pero like sa to like why do we have to present ourselves, hi I'm a transgender woman, I'm a transgender artist, I can but I can bitaw na putay ka na natay double, triple, quadruple standards when we go inside the room. Muna siya challenge for me every single time nga i-prove na ako kung self nga ay transgender siya, pero kanang sige okay ra ko nimo laliston, di ko nimo dawaton kay because dili ka oyon sa ako ang output or like sa akong talent or sa ako ang intelligence baron for that matter. Pero kung di ko nimo dawaton or like dili ko nimo ipasulod or like dili ko nimo i-cater because I'm transgender, challenge na siya for me. And naman siya mga tao nga dili pa educated or dili pa aware ana. Pero naasay mga tao nga although they've seen it, they've witnessed it, they choose not to listen, they choose not to understand. And we're not, they think, they put limitations and they think na kanang we're asking for we're asking for extra rights for dili man na siya kuan. Transgender rights are human rights, LGBTQIA+ rights are human rights, and that's not rocket science if we put things into perspective pa. So kana lang like for example sa ubang castings nako, sa ubang portrayal sa media, sa ubang especially that I work in the entertainment industry, and nagid sila stereotype for me nga dili ko pwede aning roles because you're just a transgender woman, just kanay nana ba. This would siya for me every single time, pero like I never waver in my stand, I never waver in my belief that I too can be at par with cis women in the industry. So
that's the best way to
mo na siya dili lang na ako siya ikuan, and then I also have to surround myself with people who actually believe in the same belief. Diba? So okay, so we're done with number 3 and now we're going to the 4th question. Would you romantically date a transgender man or transgender woman? Why or why not? Ikaw?
If I was single, because I'm not, just putting it out there para di sad ko makuan. Honestly, if the person is my type, like the personality, the beauty, because I'm straight and yeah, so I am really just attracted to feminine people. I would actually date a trans woman as long as she's my type, because I see them as women, and I don't see why or why not. Well, why not? Trans women are women, so there's really I really don't see any issues with dating one. Yeah,
That
that's my
is
answer.
true. Ako sad, same. Ako mag-good ka nang ask po ko ani before, but I didn't really have the guts to answer it because I don't know how to put things into perspective pa.
Yeah.
Pero like upon series of reflections and upon understanding the community and myself even more, I realized that I too can. So I can. Because if ako mag-requirement, if one, if you identify yourself as a man, then lalaki ka para nako. So I would. And then, pero at the end of the day, mo boil down gihapon na siya sa if type pati ka.
Yeah.
Kanangin ana. Di man jud tanan na lang jud imo. Di ba sa pwede ingon ana.
Yeah, dili sa like on the other hand, sa just because you're a girl doesn't mean na
crush ko nimo.
Yeah.
Diba?
Or just because you're a cisgender
True,
woman.
Yeah,
so we do have standards.
we do have standards still.
So,
no, I haven't dated a trans man yet, but I'm single.
for the trans men out there, Alem is single.
I would, you know. Well, let's give it a try. Let's give it a shot. Kaya sulod ka sa ako ang radar, sulod ka sa ako ang standards.
If you want to be Alem's very first trans man boyfriend.
For the record, no boyfriend since birth. Good
Oh, okay.
Diba? Wala ko
So,
wala ko na
Alem's
boyfriend.
very first boyfriend. Now up for auditions.
Oh, I know. My God. For the last question, what's in between your legs? Ikaw, Van, what's your say about this?
So my answer to this is you should never at all ask a trans person that, or anyone that, whether you're trans or not. Yeah, like if you're a cisgender person and then I ask you like, how does your look like, or how does your diba? It's not like you don't ask a person on the street that, or a stranger that, or even if you're friends or whatever, that should never be asked.
Okay, ako sad ana, yes, it shouldn't be asked. And also we have to dig in deeper. Why are you asking that question? A, is that to validate if kanang nagpa-opera ba, or kung nagbilat ba, or kung utin ba, babae gid siya, mo-define bagid na siya sa iyang pagkatao, kung unsay na sa iyang between sa iyang legs, dili gid na siya mao dapat. So ngano mo ask man kana nga question una sa tanan. So for me ngano dili na siya dapat i-ask, because your genitalia doesn't define your identity. Your genitalia doesn't define your gender. Your genitalia doesn't identify the way you will live your life, or you're living your life, no? And we shouldn't be asking this to a lot of to people, because aside niya inappropriate siya, degrading sad ang iyahang context. Kano manguta naman jud kaana.
Yeah. And
Diba?
to add lang, unless you are interested in having a sexual relationship with the person, then okay.
Kana siguro.
Yeah, but if not, then
Ayaw
why do you need to know?
That's none of your business.
Yeah. Also, you don't want people to ask you that as well.
Diba? Bisag obvious sa kayo, nya murag mangutana kung kuan, diba murag bastos pod sa imuha,
Yeah.
kung mangutana ka. Diba dili ba obvious kanina na ba? So diba? So just avoid that question, just avoid that conversation for political correctness and for recognizing and for validating that really your sexual ang recognition ba nga kana bitong your genitalia has nothing to do with your sexual orientation, your gender identity, and your gender expression. Yes.
So that's it. That's
That's
our
it.
answer. To
Diba?
that
That's our
question.
answer. So I hope sa mga nagtanaw gid no, I hope you all learned something from us.
Yeah.
Yes. I really enjoyed this, Van. Thank you so much.
Thank you also for
Yes.
spending the time na
Diba?
from your
Oh my God,
erratic
na-push
schedule.
yun.
So guys, that's it for today. Hope you guys had fun while we answered as many questions as we could. Yeah, stay tuned for Alem's vlog because she's going to be interviewing me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll put the link to her video down on the description box below. And also, Alem, where can they find you on your socials?
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's at the Alem Garcia. Also TikTok at the Alem Garcia. YouTube Alem Garcia as well. Facebook Alem Garcia. It's just Alem Garcia everything. So yeah.
So yeah, to me, Pride Month is really about celebrating yourself and being proud of who you are and not letting anyone or anything change that. It's the best time of the year to really just celebrate yourself and But yeah, if you're still questioning or if you're unsure of who you are, just take as much time as you need. And also, coming out is not a requirement. Come out when you can, when you feel you're ready. And
it doesn't need to be loud, you know.
Yeah, also.
Dili ko kailangan i-post sa Facebook and all that.
Yeah, and
just live your truth.
If you don't want to come out, then you don't have to come out at all. That's also an option. So what about enough kay message pa you want to add?
For me, Pride is about celebrating the fact that all the LGBTQIA plus community members coexist with cisgender woman and cisgender man. We're not asking for we're not asking for special treatment or special rights. The whole point of it all is really to normalize our existence. That we don't really destroy the cycle of things, because LGBTQIA plus rights are human rights.
Yeah, so your rights are also our rights.
Your rights are also our rights.
Yes.
And then at the end of the day, we shouldn't be measured by our gender. We shouldn't be measured by our sexuality.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we should be measured by the productivity, by the efforts that we give to the community,
By the impact that we put out there.
by the quality of work, by the body of work that we produce. We shouldn't be judged kay tungod bayot siya, lesbiana siya, transgender siya, or
that shouldn't be the only label.
Let's not be the only label. Let's break that. Let's break that, because when you cage the LGBTQIA plus community with labels, with stereotypes, you cage also their potentials.
Yeah, you put them in a box.
You put them in a box, and dili na noon sila maka-fly, dili na sila ma-discover nga limitless good actually ang ilang possibilities, no, and ang horizon para ilahang ma-discover good. So it's Pride Month. We shouldn't only be celebrating Pride Month during June. We celebrate Pride Month every single day.
Yes.
It's also about remembering that we celebrate ourselves, we celebrate our truth. So, muna siya ko ang message sa lahat ng mga, how do you call your fans? Vincent?
Fandom.
Sana mga fandom, di ba fandom? Hello, fandom. So yeah, that's it. I hope you learned something today. I hope we can have more discussions about this, because I really love talking about the LGBTQIA plus community.
And if you guys like this content, we can make more. If you do,
just
let us
comment section
know
below.
if you want more collaborations with Alem.
So
yeah.
that's it.
Bye guys.